Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for this opportunity to appear before you today in connection with my nomination to be the next United States Ambassador to the Republic of Kazakhstan. And I'm honored by the trust and confidence the President and Secretary Kerry have demonstrated in me with this nomination. And if confirmed, I will endeavor to fulfill their and your high expectations of me to advance our country's interests in Kazakhstan. And I'm also honored to be sitting here before you today with my colleagues with whom I have served and whom I greatly admire for their professionalism and their dedication to our country. As a 32-year career officer of the United States Foreign Service, I can think of no greater honor and privilege to serve our country and represent the American people as Ambassador of the United States. And I'm grateful for the support and inspiration my family members and friends have provided me through the years, and I count on their love and support in the future. Encompassing the size or the territory the size of Europe, Kazakhstan possesses immense natural resources and is located at the crossroads of east and west and north and south. And its population is young and increasingly connected with the world around them. And for the United States, our strategic goals in Kazakhstan are to facilitate and strengthen Kazakhstan's sovereignty and independence, its stability, its prosperity, and its democracy. Our strategic partnership with Kazakhstan has become increasingly important as Kazakhstan assumes its rightful place on the world stage as a country of consequence. From the earliest days of its independence 22 years ago, Kazakhstan has made numerous wise decisions. It gave up its Soviet legacy nuclear arsenal, which at the time was the fourth largest in the world, and has become a leader in non-proliferation efforts around the world. And from the beginning, Kazakhstan has pursued economic reform and as a result is now a middle-income nation with the most advanced economy in the region. Kazakhstan has also actively promoted trade links east and west and north and south and shares our vision of developing a new Silk Road to connect Central and South Asia. Another wise early decision was to send many of its young citizens abroad for education, which is an investment that should pay off handsomely in both the public and private sectors of Kazakhstan. Long a provider of humanitarian and development assistance to Afghanistan, as well as being an integral part of the northern distribution network into Afghanistan, Kazakhstan is now standing up in collaboration with our own USAID, its own international development body called KazAid. And in short, Mr. Chairman, Kazakhstan is a country with which the United States can work. United States investment in Kazakhstan has grown to roughly $31 billion, making Kazakhstan our most important economic partner in the region. And we've expanded our ties in the security sphere and in the areas of economic reform, education, and growth of Kazakhstan's civil society. And if confirmed, I would use my diplomatic experience in the Central Asian region, where I now serve as ambassador to Uzbekistan and previously as Deputy Assistant Secretary of State, to lead our mission in advancing our growing engagement with Kazakhstan in pursuit of our broad national interests, which are strengthening long-term stability in Central Asia and the world, promoting American business, encouraging respect for universal human rights, and preventing any threats to our national security from emerging in this region. Mr. Chairman, mutual interest and mutual respect underlie our relations with Kazakhstan, and only the people of Kazakhstan can and should freely determine their future development without outside interference or pressure. Respecting Kazakhstan's traditions and transition from its Soviet past, our approach is not to dictate to Kazakhstan its path of development, but to provide the people of Kazakhstan a strong example of a prosperous, rule-based democracy on which to build durable economic, social, and political stability. The choice will be Kazakhstan's to make, but the United States will always be a reliable, principled influence and partner for Kazakhstan's efforts to advance market reform and to develop into a free, democratic society respectful of the rights and choices of its citizens. As a current ambassador and a U.S. taxpayer, I also understand the importance of being a responsible steward of the public trust, of public funds, property, programs, and personnel. And I recognize that security of the mission and its personnel is one of the highest priorities of any ambassador, as is ensuring that the mission is a place where no one should ever suffer from discrimination, harassment, or exploitation of any sort. If confirmed, I would maintain these high standards of ethical conduct, fiscal responsibility, and security for our mission in Kazakhstan. Mr. Chairman, I've spent most of my adult life in the diplomatic profession, and I've learned that the key to successful diplomacy is establishing and maintaining effective relationships. Clear communication is essential. At the end of the day, it's all about trust. This applies not only to engagement with foreign governments and societies, but also in engagement with Congress. And if confirmed, I will always be available to this committee, its members, and its staff to discuss and work with you in pursuit of our national interests in Kazakhstan. Again, I thank you for this opportunity and look forward to your questions.
Thank you, Ambassador Krol. Mr. Mustard.